Okay, in theory, it should be streaming now. Let's see. Okay, it's streaming on YouTube. And now another thing is Maya. Now Maya, you're a host. So because I can't be for the whole meeting, so basically when the meeting ends, now as a host, you can, like give others co-host rights if they want to share screen, or at the end of the meeting, you can also
All right.
complete the meeting, and there's nothing else that you have to do.
Thank you.
And just to answer, like to finish my answer, Victoria, so in the past, what we were doing, and actually Maya was doing it as well for Hacktoberfest, was that if you have some design issue and to have it count as a pull request for Hacktoberfest, you just have to agree on the location where in the repository should designs be stored, which means like I don't know, like folder, like drafts or whatever. And the pull request should be just it should the scope of the pull request would be that the design file ends up in this design
Okay.
folder, whatever.
Yeah,
That's what.
I understand what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a doubt. Like, are we going to store the design Figma files, or we are storing the links to the Figma files?
Akshat, it's really hard to understand what you're saying.
Like it's too much audible, or it's
It's audible,
noisy.
but it's like
like tick.
I hate to say it, but it's like it sounds like you have a bucket, like your head is in a bucket, so there's an echo. But I think I understood what you're saying. Like you're confused about Figma, so actually that's a good question. So Victoria, when you're saying design, is it like just a link to Figma, or it's actual like actual banner,
Actual
like
PNG SVG.
SVG, but it's like and just to clarify, are we talking just about like a prototype, kinda, or like final banner?
A final banner.
Ah,
Not
okay,
a
then it's easy, yeah. Then it's a pull request. Does it answer your question,
yeah.
Akshat?
Yeah. Okay. So now
Yeah,
I
but
got it. Like it's related to the conference website, not website.
yes, conference website.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's fine.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
All right. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you so much. And now, welcome everyone to another edition of our design meeting. I can see we have new faces. Actually, this is joining our design meeting, and we also have Kuru. Did I pronounce your name well? You want to introduce yourself? Hello?
I'm sorry, are you calling me out?
Yes, I am. I wanted you to introduce yourself. I'm not sure if I pronounced your name correctly.
Oh,
Apologies for that.
I'm sorry. I thought you didn't call me. I think there was some pronunciation issue. So,
Okay.
yes. All right. So, hello everyone. I'm Hargun Kaur, and I'm currently an open source contributor and a community manager at the Layer 5 community. And I just discovered about async API today only. So I just thought of hopping into the Slack channel, and I was just going through the repositories from the past 1-2 hours, and I just opened Slack and someone had posted that there's a live Zoom meeting going on. So I thought of hopping in and introducing myself. So, hello everyone. I just work around MERN stack and documentation mainly in the Layer 5 organization, and I'm excited to contribute here as well on the website part
That.
and the documentation. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hey.
Hello. Hi.
So let's get to the agenda of the meeting. I'll be sharing my screen. Okay. Let me know when it's visible. Yes. Mm, Can you see my screen?
Not yet. It's like started screen sharing, but it's oh yeah, now it's visible.
All right. Mm. Why is this thing? Okay. Mm. So yeah, we have our agenda here. We have a mentorship application for the developing, or maybe I should start with the community page updates on the design I'm working on, since we have Lucas and Akshat here. If they want to provide some feedback on the design.
Yeah, I was like, that was the main agenda. I joined the meeting. So yeah,
And
I
you?
actually, yeah, so I was like connecting with the other code maintainers folks, like Sambhav, Ansh, recently like Ashmit also joined here. So we were discussing on like the this new particular design, and one of the things is like Maya, like what we see from this particular design is like we are somewhat changing the theme of the website, right? Like the way we are seeing this page is like its layout is I should say is somewhat different from what we see in the other pages, right? Which is perfectly fine to us, which is like super great to us that we are getting good designs. But yeah, but also want to know like why are we then like redesigning in a like particularly very new theme?
Okay, thank you for that question. That was a lovely one. So the main reason for this redesign is, if you look at the current homepage, I had the screenshots here in the
Yeah.
Figma file. Yeah. Let me also share the meeting agenda so you can have. Why is Zoom so hard? I can't even find the message icon.
It's it's chats in between.
Yeah, oh yeah, thank you. Okay, so if you look at this page, right, this header looks very nice with the old circle stuff. But here is the thing. The current homepage is clustered like with so many information, like too many. And the point of the redesign is to make it better, make it look better, and make the lives of the users also better and streamline the whole work process. So for example, I'm not redesigning this particular page, like this header. It's still going to be the same. It shows inclusivity and like the teamwork where we have so many people in the community, right? But this section rather, like too wide. What exactly are we communicating? There's a way we can like make it better, because it's just like taking all the whole of the page compared to this new one. It's still communicating the same thing, right? But instead of having it in the whole page, that whole section, we have other stuffs here. Apart from this page, we have other section like contribute to
Yeah.
new issues.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yes, this
Fine.
explore and contribute to all issues, right? And
Okay. Okay, so
become a
there is
comment.
okay, I
Yeah,
got
go
it.
ahead.
Like you are basically I should say segregating the content into some sections, what we have actually flooded it, or I should say have made it very much collated in the existing website.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like I'm introducing a totally design that is different from the one we have before. No, it's still the same thing, but with just a little enhancements. Look at this one for example, this home of community ops ambassador, right? It's still the
Yeah.
same thing as this, taking the whole page. We can actually make it better and look nicer. And that is why we have this.
Okay. Also, like, okay, that I got it. Fine. That's great to see that we will have something like different sections for everything. But yeah, there is one more thing. What I see, okay, if you look into the buttons background color, purple color specifically, I think someone pointed out in the issue as well that you change that particular background color. Okay, the concern is not here that you are changing the color. The concern is regarding the design system. There is a existing design system that we follow inside the website. Sorry that, but that particular Figma file, I'm not sure I have that. It's with Missy previously, and inside the code we implemented the whole design system as a part of a Tailwind config file. So, are you aware about the Tailwind, something like system, whatever colors, how we use them, something like that, Maya?
No, no, I don't know about that.
Okay. No, means like I want to know, like, have you worked with Tailwind before? So I can explain
No,
it
no,
to
no,
you.
no, I've not.
Okay, so there is like a particularly primary, secondary, tertiary color scheme that we follow inside the website. Each
Okay.
particular color has its own shades designed from 100 to 900 that we have as a color. So if we are changing certain amounts of colors over here, there is a need that we should change those particular colors in the design system as well.
Mm.
Yeah, something like this only. I'm not sure. Have you created this new one or is it the existing one? I don't see this as an existing one.
No, this is the
These
new
are
one I created.
okay. So if we are changing the design system, so let's be super clear over there. Like if we are changing design system, then we are implementing something right from the beginning, and
Mhm.
we should do it first by determining what are our primary, secondary, and tertiary colors,
Mm.
and then we can go with the other color schemes like purple, yellow, orange, or whatever we needs it like that. So there's one thing, if you go into the website, just the websites, I mean, GitHub repo of the website, it's github.com/async-api/slash website. If you go there, uh,
No, sorry.
go to the code section, code, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, while defining our colors system, we actually define the colors in the form of hex over there. Just go a little bit downside. There is
Okay.
one file named at the bottom as tailwind.config.ts. That's last second
Yes.
file.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So if you see over here, we have the shades defined from 100 to 600. 100 means it's the
Mm.
most lightest color.
Mm.
600 goes into somewhat darker shades of those particular color. So that's what makes it like primary, then secondary. Then we have specified certain custom colors like pink. If you go downside, it will be, I think, orange as well, purple, these particular gray, all these colors come to it. Apart from this, there is some colors that are predominantly added by the tailwind. Can I share a screen share? I can show you those particular part.
Okay. Let me stop sharing.
Sure. Okay, you have to make me co-host for that. I can't directly screen share.
Okay. Because how do I make him a post
In the list of the
as partner?
participants, When you hover over his name, you're gonna see a more button, and there will be like make co-host.
Okay. Yeah, it's done.
Sure, sure. I have the fine. So there is a particular website for Tailwind, and if you go where as colors, okay, there is customizing colors, but there is one more thing which is named as. Okay, so these are the default shades that is provided by Tailwind.
Okay.
We usually use at some places regarding the text that you use. So basically inside Async API website, oh sorry, what I'm doing. Okay, it's better that I completely move it to the next window. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so if you see these particular colors, these
Mhm.
particular shades, they directly come from these particular gray shades only.
Mhm.
Fine. And if you even if you provide these particular tokens over there, like something like text gray and something like 800, it will be very fine to us in the Figma files. That we'll be sure that okay, we have to use this particular shade
Oh,
of the
sure.
gray color here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can like integrate. I think there's a plugin in the Figma where you can integrate Tailwind colors over there directly. So you can get
Mm.
help from there as well. This is the part like we want to explain it to you. Like, if possible, please don't go like even if you're providing a particular custom design system, that's also fine for us. What we will do is like we will erase this particular design system and we'll bring a new one, like what you have created. But also,
Mm.
it will be very beneficial if we start using like this existing design system also because it is very direct to implement by Tailwind only.
Yeah, it makes sense, but the only what's it called? The only issue I have with it is that some of the colors are not accessible. For example, if you go to the home page,
Sorry, which page?
Async API home page.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the color you saw, the open source tools to easily build and maintain, blah blah blah. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I checked it through
Okay.
I can't remember the plugin. It was not accessible, like the
Okay.
contrast.
So it goes to the text gray 700 over here, and
Mhm.
which is actually this one.
What
If you
color is
go
it?
here with 700, this one, 374 151.
It's 3 7.
Um, yeah, even let me see if I have we have changed something over here. Okay, yeah, sorry. We have changed it to it. This is this one. 556061
Okay.
is the color gray and 700 is this one. We can like particularly change it, or you can even I should say you can particularly reference to this particular color palette as well, because Tailwind is like open source library which provide us with everything. So like even if you want to get responsive screens, or you want to get good accessibility colors over there, or you want various customizations over there, so you can go to this particular color scheme. I just pasted out this link over here in the chat so you
Yeah.
can get to this. So like be like you can make your design system. I will be okay with me. And if we are changing a design system, it means that we are changing the theme of the website, to be honest. Because in
Mm.
that case, I have to change this particular file a lot.
Mm.
Okay, coming to the design file, let me open up your issue. Mm. Sorry, if I'm taking it very long. Like I had a very like long discussion with those like design code folks as well. Like they told me various things from here. Okay, I forgot. Okay, this is the link.
Oh, what area would you love to help out?
Sorry, I didn't get it. Hello? Maya, are you saying something? Like I missed
Oh
it
no,
out.
not you. Sorry.
You're fine.
I was asking if we want to create any web pages or any component using the Figma files, I can definitely help out in that area. I've worked with Tailwind before.
Okay, okay. Thanks for that, Argun. Like we will surely make issues regarding it once we are I should say complete the Figma files and all the designs over here. So yeah, that's what the Maya that was the plan we were discussing. Like if we are changing the design system, let's what we do, like we change it for the like we create some Figma files for the whole website, and then we start for implementing to change the design system for whole website. Will that be
Mm.
okay?
Yes, yes,
Sorry, I
got
didn't
it.
get that. Are you talking to
Sir,
me?
yeah, I'm talking to Maya actually.
Okay, so what did you say?
Yep. Okay. Okay. So does regarding this particular design
So
scheme.
you
So
said something earlier about changing the design system. I didn't get that.
okay, I'm saying that if we are changing the design system, like
Mm-hmm.
we should do it for the whole website as a whole, like for whole website in a one particular change.
Figma file. Okay.
Yeah, because like if I make it something like one page look differently in terms of theme than other pages, it looks very awkward in the website.
Yeah,
That's
that's what I'm hoping we'll do as well. Have everything in one place, then we can now start the development once the designs are ready.
yeah, exactly. So what I'm thinking is like let's make the design Figma files for like most of the critical pages where we want to, and once we
Mm-hmm.
are good with the design files, then we can start implement. Like we can get the contributors, and from those contributors, they will start making individual pages for us.
Yeah, yeah, makes
Fine.
sense.
Yep. Okay, coming to this particular part in the Figma files, like what we got as a notion is that you here like followed a two-column format over here, like this particular part, and then this we have some images part over here, which is completely fine. Like it good, really good, looks good to me. What the thing that gives us like difficulty is these are individual frames. I talk about this and then I talk about this particular part. Sorry. Yeah, the slag. Like if you create these two particular frames and
Mm-hmm.
then we align it as something if in the css as position absolute or like custom placement over there,
Okay.
it will be difficult for us to then handle it over in the website. Either there is one possibility that we totally remove this particular like right side part from the mobile view, or there can be a
Okay.
second good possibility that we instead of making overlapping components or frames over here, we make a single frame over here, or we can make it as a single frame. We have like it as a part of an image as a single image and we render it over here. If we make it like a single image and we don't make overlapping components a lot more like very much inside the website, it will be easier for developer or from others perspective also to handle the responsiveness at each viewport, like what Ash was discussing in the issue as well, that he has a concerns various concerns around the various viewports. And if we make these particular designs with custom positioning, we have to handle at each viewport in that particular point. It is not only like we have to go with the three viewports only. Possibly Ash is correct at that point that we have to get six viewports to customly handle this positioning correctly for responsiveness. So that's what one that was one point that we were saying in this particular design.
Okay.
Like you yeah, like in this particular you have Quetzal's image, and then we have just beside we have a particular component like denoting join over 10, and then we go over here, we see that okay, these two have become separated out. So now there is a very positioning difference between this and this, what I see.
Yeah.
So this particular handling is somewhat, I should say, like it's bit complex. We are making us like a type of static website. Although we are moving to like we have Next.js, we can provide lazy loading, but it's still I should say, a very difficult part, because in that case, a developer who is developing this page may ask you various questions around different sizes where the where the implementation gets breakdown at the different viewports. Then it may becomes hectic for you as well, that you are providing, I should say, different designs at least like multiple breakpoints. So in that
Mm.
manner, I was like giving feedback, like if possible, can we make something like a single image over here? The image can have like multiple. So what I was had a suggestion over here, that let's say we make the overlapping components over here. This particular thing is placed over here, or somewhat here, or even beside also. But we can export this whole particular thing as a part of image, and then we can put the image at various places if wanted. Even we can resize the whole image as per the like mobile or tablet views as per that. So that actually gives us a very, so consider this to be a whole single frame that is exported as an image, and we render it directly inside website.
So, what you are saying now is it's like those overlapping images, you should have it as a single image. Do I need to export it to the GitHub discussion?
Mm, you can add it to the like issue regarding this discussion, but
Mm-hmm.
like even like the folks like Sambhavansh, they had this particular thing that eventually for the longer run, it if we change the things at multiple places, these components may give us multiple times responsive issues, and we still have that particular part that we have not built strict UI testing till now.
Mm.
So at this point, like, there is your call that along the design, I should say, either you want to remove it from the mobile view, or you want to take it as a single image. But I would suggest to make it something like it doesn't differ us from making various breakpoints to position two elements in this much customized manner.
Mm.
That's only the feedback that I have for you.
All right. Thank you so much about that. Lucas, do you have any feedback about design? Any
Oh,
other
sorry.
person?
Should I screen share? Sorry, I
No,
stopped
no,
it.
you deep dived. For me, you deep dived too much. So I'm out.
No, there is no, like, to all the folks, look for Lucas, design is his passion, right? Lucas. So I think you must having some feedback.
No.
Okay. Okay. Any other folks, like, we welcome all the suggestions or any new feature section you want to something like that. Yeah, I saw someone's, yeah, Victoria. You can
Yeah.
proceed.
Yeah. Um, Overall, I think the design looks good, and thanks for pointing out most of the things that you pointed out, Akshat. I did I had not considered those, and it's good I'm on the call to learn a few things about designer developer collaboration and how to make implementable designs. One thing I noticed is the CTA button in the second section. They contribute to hot issues and then become a committee member session. They are like you're using the same CTA for the two buttons.
Oh,
Learn more,
sorry.
learn
Yes,
more.
Okay,
give
okay,
me,
okay.
let me
Okay, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Okay,
So
you mean these two.
yeah, these two. So I think in my opinion, I think it will be better if the CTA buttons are very contextual, so that users who are using screen readers will know where the button is taking them to or what action they're going to perform. Because having learn more for two different sections that mean two different things may be a bit confusing. So maybe for the contribute to what issues, the CTA could be contribute or learn about contributing. Then you just use different CTAs for different buttons.
all right.
It's better for
Thank
accessibility.
thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. About Any other person? Hello, if you are shy to talk, you can as well drop a message.
Fine.
Am I
I
audible?
don't. Yeah, you're audible.
All
Just
right.
a minute. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's all about the community page. Thank you. So let's move to the next thing on our agenda. The mascot design. Victoria, do you want to provide an update on that?
Yeah. So
Should
I
I
guess
share my
that's my
screen
cue.
once?
Please do. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so for context, I've been working on the mascot redesign for some weeks now, and I've just dropped my first design drafts to get feedback from everyone in the community. So far, I've gotten feedback from a couple of people. I've gotten feedback from Maya, from Fran, from Lucas, and I can't pronounce I can't pronounce his name.
Akshat.
Not was it Akshat? No, it
Ash.
wasn't Akshat. Yeah,
Oh,
this
I don't have
I don't know
any
how to pronounce
context
it.
around this. Sorry.
Okay, so a brief overview. The reason for the redesign is to simplify the mascots. The person who raised the original issue said the existing mascots, we have two mascots, Eve and Chan, and the existing mascots are a bit complex. There's a lot of shading. They just need something minimal. And she dropped some pictures of what the redesign should try to mimic. Now, putting that into consideration along with feedback that have been dropped on previous designs, I now made those designs that I submitted for review. So where we are at now is that we want to decide, because Fran mentioned having just one mascot instead of two. So that's where we're at, deciding whether to reduce the number of mascots from two, instead of having Eve and Chan, we just have one mascot for async API. And deciding if we are still using two mascots, which of these ideas, which of these designs do we go with? So most people are in favor of Eve, C for Eve, yes, and D for Chan. Now, Lucas mentioned that he would prefer that the ears for Chan be to the side instead of upwards, like that of a bunny. So I've put that into, like, I've taken note of that. I will adjust that in the revised designs. So I would like to know, what do you all think of Fran's suggestion to reduce the number of mascots? Because that will now determine the next steps to take in the redesign process.
I think Lucas should go first.
So I don't have like answering directly to your last question. I don't have a strong opinion about that. We should have one or two mascots.
Okay.
I think I mean, I always loved the names of the mascots, Eve and Chan, especially how they relate to events and
Yes,
channels. So I love that. So I think we can continue having
Okay.
two,
All right.
especially that for you, it's probably gives you more space also to experiment and for creativity. So I don't see a problem here, especially from the costs perspective, swags, etc. It doesn't matter really. Then if it comes to the designs themselves, So sorry, I didn't follow up with the issue after my last comment. I just now quickly
No, it's fine. I understand.
saw Ash and his comment about elemental, which was funny. So the only I'm most interested because in my comment I mentioned the current illustration that we have.
Yes.
If you maybe can take it into account that maybe this illustration can somehow maybe it can be Eve. And it's mainly because I share this not because I'm like I'm good in design and I know what I'm saying. It's more about my
Okay.
experience with this illustration because we use this illustration for I don't remember, probably over a year. We have stickers with this illustration. We have
Okay.
also like swags with this illustration. And I, because of um, how colorful and how probably also cool the illustration is, the stickers, the stuff around it are actually very popular. So I can
Okay.
see that whenever we put these stickers in between other stickers, on like like sometimes on the events there are tables where you can cross share stickers between different communities.
Yeah.
So this illustration with this alien, not sure if we can say female, probably yes, is that it's very popular. So that's why I'm suggesting that maybe in the end, not because of the similarity to Elemental, but like in the end in
Okay.
general, maybe it's a good direction to keep the alien kinda.
Okay.
And also I have pretty strong opinion about the ears. Because for me, ears, like as when if we stick to of course if we stick to alien kinda non-human, then for me always, and I'm a huge fan of sci-fi movies, aliens whenever they're shown strange, they don't have this like I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes they have this stuff on over their head, but it's usually whenever aliens are kind of represented as bugs, like the alien is just a big bug. So I'm huge fan of aliens that just have big ears and they're somehow similar to the current Chan, the current mascot that is having these big ears to the side, and also the illustration shows Eve
Okay.
with these big ears, kinda as well. So I only have opinion about this that like I like in when I see alien, I prefer it to have ears here than on the top of the head. And but I don't know if it's a useful or even smart opinion. It's but yeah, that's just how I feel about aliens. And yeah, elemental, yeah, I get you. Like if it's not, I mean, I just when I looked at this picture, I immediately started thinking about elemental. That's why.
Oh,
That's
I
why I
see.
wrote it basically. But also it's because my kids love it and I watch it quite often. So I have this elemental movie in my head all the time. And so yeah, not sure if that helps whatever I'm saying.
Okay. No, it does help. Uh, we don't want people looking at a mascot and thinking of elemental. They want them to think about async API,
Yeah,
not
I mean,
elemental.
of course, in the end, it depends because I know that also your proposals, they're sketches, right? So it's not final, of
Sketches.
course.
Yeah, it's not
So,
serious.
so yeah, of course, like if it's if like majority of people will prefer design C, and it's not gonna be in the end a a mascot that is like made of fire and looks like elemental,
Yeah.
but it's completely different, then of course, like for now, it's just a shape, and the shape of the head puts in my
I see.
brain that it's a fire and it's elemental. But so yeah, I'm just trying to explain what I see. But of course, probably the final is gonna be something totally different. So yeah,
Okay.
if we choose between C and D, I prefer C. if you're asking.
Okay. So thank you very much for the feedback. I think it's having this meeting it's a good idea to have people offer feedback in real time. Keeps it helps me get more context, and people are free to express themselves than via text on the GitHub discussion. Because sometimes someone might write something and you may read it a different way. So thank you very much. Now I have more, like it gives me more perspective. Okay, so we're going with two mascots then.
Yeah, and also probably we have to think, but again, I don't know if it's a problem. You folks tell me, but something that we probably have to keep in our heads is that if we go direction that we keep that we still have two mascots, Eve and Chan, and they're like completely new or like somehow different from the illustration that we use now, then we also probably have to have like some kind of decision what we're doing long term with the illustration, if we should keep it or not, because it's going to be confusing that how it's if it's conflicting with the mascot or not, or maybe mascots should be shown in the same scene as the current illustration.
As the illustration.
Yeah, because the illustration was never supposed to be a mascot. It was just to show the envelopes, then they visualize the events communication, because that's usually how people explain events, that it's a stream of messages of emails, for example. So the illustration was rather to relate what async API is about. So probably long term, if we, for example, if you decide, no, the illustration, like the figure from the illustration is not good for a mascot, we should have different mascot, then we probably have to like long term probably like document and
Have
make
a
a decision like,
documentation,
like for example, like this illustration from like
this is for
starting from November 2024, this illustration should no longer be used for printing swags, etc. And instead, we should have maybe a new version of this illustration, or basically we should print mascot pictures or whatever. So just that you don't forget about it.
Okay, no problem. So this gives me a lot to consider, and I will for sure consider those, and hopefully have a revised sketch by next week.
Thank you, Victoria. And please kindly add the Figma file you're working on to the GitHub page.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah. Thank you. Do you have any other person that wants to make comments? Aksha says, should we assign Ash and Lucas as our design maintainer folks as well? They are very brilliant to providing quality feedback. All right, we'll do that. Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're perfectly audible. Yep.
All right, thank you. So the next thing on our agenda is the pin design. Where is my agenda? Okay. I don't know, how's your how high your proposal coming up? I've seen pre-proposals for the design so far. Are you having any challenges writing it? Is there anything you'd like us to talk about it?
Actually, I have a question. So there's another, so you're working on this community view and also the landing page redesign but
Yes.
but first you want to complete one and then the other.
Yeah, I was actually working on the two, but then now like I keep getting a lot of feedback about the design elements for the community. So I'm confused if I was supposed to like use the same pixels I'm using for the community for the homepage. So now I just want them to like agree. I want you people, the code owners, to agree on the widths and the pixels so I can continue with the homepage.
Okay, perfect. I'm asking not like to rush you or something. It's more to inform you that I will be presenting at the Async API online conference in 2 weeks on 30th,
Yeah.
and I will present not sure if you remember our discussion about landing page, about the use cases. So
Yeah.
my presentation will be completely about that. So how Async API is used in production, all the use cases, the industries, the protocols, etc. So maybe just like keep it in mind that like it doesn't even make sense to start working on the homepage now. Maybe just keep it as a good excuse that like better to wait for the recording of my talk, because you will have like my
More
talk will
feedback.
give you a lot of content and a lot like a proposal of the structure of the cards, etc. Because I will be rethinking these categories, this use cases groups. I will be like for the sake of the recording, I will refresh it. I actually discovered some new companies that use Async API, and I will put it also there. It's Adidas, for example. So yeah, I'll just to let you know that like in less than 2 weeks you will get access to this like recording that explains the things that you need for the homepage redesign.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Okay, so here is the design that got accepted for the maintainership this year, and I'll be accepting proposal for it. You have any question regarding it? Our meeting will end in the next 4 minutes. Do you have any issues writing your proposal? Is there anything you'd like to ask about it?
Yes, since you invited me, of course, I have a question. I'm interested from the perspective of my duties. So, because you have proposal for the categories like contributor badges, community badges, and project badges, can
Mhm.
you include something additional? But you're gonna have to check with Bami. Maybe Bami already is doing it in some different way, but quite recently, from different companies that are sponsor of Async API, I get questions if we have some badges for these companies that they can get from us, and they can put it on their website, on their slides, like badge that confirms that they're sponsors of Async API.
Okay.
So some time ago I told Bami that like I need her from the marketing perspective to get these badges.
Okay.
But maybe that could be one of the additional categories here, like because Holopin is, as far as I know, it's like a platform for issuing the badges, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be also perfect, and if we have the sponsor badges here as well, like like yeah, like I'm platinum sponsor, or I'm silver sponsor, or I'm gold sponsor, something like this.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, she reached out to me, I think 2 weeks ago, and we're still discussing about it.
Oh yeah, but maybe
Yeah.
it's a good stuff here as well. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
up. I didn't deep dive into Holopin and that topic, but yeah, just to highlight that maybe that's good for this as well.
all right. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll talk about it. So thank you everyone. Thanks for joining the meeting. It was really interesting. I'm happy we have new folks joining, and I'm happy we have Lucas and Akshat. We hope to see you more.
Eh, Yeah, it was nice providing the feedback. and we see like many of the design folks started contributing to the like async API, because there was one point, even I think Lucas remembers, that we are short on design folks, and our major design, like the folks that we get feedbacks, is one was Ace, the second was Lucas, definitely, you know. So we always involve Lucas there, that yeah, we want like what should we do in terms of design. But yeah, I see that there are lots of contributors who started contributing. They have their interest designing the brands. Like after Missy, I think, left the Async API, like he joined Postman, then we got something shortage of design folks. But yeah, it's good to see all of them back. And yeah, we can also now focus more on the performance side. So like I also mentioned Ash regarding this, and also in website currently we are more focused on the something moving to TypeScript, that is not, I should say, in favor with Lucas, but yeah, but it was good from our standpoint, like how we maintain the website and how efficient we want it in to perform with the website, and all the folks also get the notion on how the things work. Because if we could talk about code readiness, TypeScript gives us a lot more good things there. So yeah, we are actually currently focusing on those, I should say, engineering type of initiatives or the ideas. But yeah, we will then soon focus on, once the designs are ready for the website, like with the new themes, colors, and on which the Maya is working on. Yeah, we'll get to those particular stuffs also, and we'll create particular issues regarding the pages.
Thank you, Akshat. Thank you. All right, that'll be the end of our today's meeting. Thanks everyone for joining. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye,
Bye bye.
everyone.
Bye.